We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Garrett Nelson, Miami Dolphins, UDFA. I think he's another one of the undrafted guys that has a chance to make the roster or be a nice practice squad candidate for the team. You turn on his film right away, you know how competitive, physical toughness pops off the screen. He's a highly competitive player. He plays with a lot of effort. His motor's great. Also, his football intelligence, you can see how he just understands how to rush the passer, beat blocks in the running game. He just has a really good feel for what he's doing out there. His athleticism, I wouldn't say he's the most explosive player, but he did test really well in like the short area, athletic wise. So I think, like his shuttle was like elite. Everything else, was either solid or below average when it came to his athleticism, but he kind of makes up for it with that, football intelligence, high effort play. I think he has enough athleticism to play at the next level, and he's also got really good nuanced hands. He understands how to get to the quarterback. Just overall, a very intelligent, tough, physical football player that is really fun to watch on the film. On this rep from Nelson, he does a really good job winning around the edge, especially from his pre-snap alignment. Like, this is very, very impressive. Good job cornering, finishing. He does a great job of, feeling, getting the ball out, situational awareness type of that. But look at his alignment. Like, he's basically head up on this offensive tackle here. Typically, when you're an edge guy trying to win around the edge, you're a bit farther out, like wide 9 looks. Here, he's head up, and he's still able to win to the outside, which is really impressive. He gets engaged, gets his hands on, and now that he has, a feel for what the O-lineman's trying to do, he gets, this hop and then chops those hands down, and now he's completely won this rep just by beating the outside hand of the offensive lineman because he wants to get to the outside. And then you can see him a little bit of, flexibility to bend and then corner this. He throws that left elbow back, so he understands his technique. Once you beat him, you throw that inside elbow back and almost forces your hips to open up towards the quarterback. So he does a really good job just winning here. You can see a little bit of athleticism on tape. I think he has enough athleticism to play at the next level. I wouldn't say it's top tier, but with the other combined traits that I've shown with his nuanced pass rush ability, highly football intelligent, and then high motor to finish. And then you can see that situational awareness. He always attacks for the ball. He gets a lot of strip sacks. He's very productive, and then he's just punishing these guys. He's got some nice play strength to him, and then really nice rep there from Garrett Nelson. Another rep from Garrett Nelson off the edge. We get to see him doing something similar here. This time he works a nice rip move. Just gets engaged initially. He likes to do this. He likes to use a lot of push and pull, but he gets engaged. Once he recognizes that it's a pass, he's got this low, he plays with really good pad level, low pad level, and this guy gets overextended. He just rips underneath, throw that left elbow back, and once he rips underneath, look at him, rip, and then throws the left elbow back into the offensive lineman so he can open up his hips, take a great angle to the quarterback, and he's just completely won. His back's to the offensive lineman, and you can just see he shows off some burst, chase this guy down, finish for a sack. He's very productive. He's a great finisher. He understands his job really well, and he has multiple different ways that he can beat offensive linemen. Love the competitive and physical toughness he plays with here. Off the edge, gets engaged with the offensive lineman, swims over, beats the running back, and he's just relentless. Relentless is such a good word to describe him. Comes off initially, gets engaged, uses a push and pull to then, kind of hit a club swim over the top. And now he just uses the running back almost as a guy to bounce off of. It shows off nice core strength too, because this running back hits him in this area where even if that he's a lot smaller in a running back, he should still be able to move him out of the way, but because of where you get hit, when you get attacked in your low hip like this. But he does a great job showing off that core strength and finishing at the quarterback again. He can win in a multitude of ways. I've shown him, winning to the outside with athleticism, good moves, and now with an inside counter, get CJ Stroud to force outside the pocket and then finish with another strip sack. This is versus Ohio State. This is against a very good team. This is late in the fourth quarter. This game's still, a close game, and he's making these game-winning plays. He sees Paris Johnson, or the left tackle over here, overset, sees the hands, and he just instantly wins with hand fighting to the inside, hits that inside club, and then rips underneath. You can see the low pad level burst to close, and then the quarterback is trying to escape the pocket, and he's running full speed here, and gets out of it, and he's still able to change directions and with the quarterback here. That's impressive athleticism. That short area athleticism, the burst to the ability to change direction. You can see that's why he tested so well in those areas. His 40 time wasn't great. He's not the biggest guy, but those short area athletic marks he's really good in, and he shows it off right there. And then obviously the awareness to get the ball out, make a big time play, force a huge loss on the play for Ohio State. Here's more of a traditional, pass rush rep to the outside where he's aligned in a much wider technique. He actually gets to go one-on-one with an offensive tackle. He has to really, set here, and he just gets engaged. Initially, he uses that long arm, left long arm inside the chest. Really good placement, timing. Keep this guy off balance, and then you can see that, he maintains his speed. He's got really low pad level here, so he maintains that leverage, but he maintains his burst and speed too without, a lot of times when guys get really low, they lose some power and some speed, but Garrett Nelson does a great job of maintaining his power and speed, and then he just basically creates that space with that long arm, and now completely opens up the outside track to the quarterback, beats those hands. Really good job finishing and creating another fumble. Doesn't get the recovery, but just high level stuff there from Garrett Nelson. Here we got him on the edge versus the run this time. I would say he's pretty, smart versus the run. He does a good job of winning with quickness, knifing to the inside. He feels space really well. He just feels the space open up from this offensive tackle. So he knifes to the inside instantly, uses those hands, really good placement, timing, everything. And he's still, maintaining his gap discipline, his leverage, but then helps make the tackle for loss or no gain right there. Just having a great feel and instinctual feeling on those run concepts and what blocks are trying to do to him. Nelson, relentless, off the edge again. Nice little first step. You can see the quickness off the line of scrimmage. Just gets engaged, and he never gives up. He keeps trying to work to the quarterback, 3rd and 6. Good burst. You can see the first step. He's off the ball before everyone else, so he has a great snap timing. And then he gets engaged. He goes for that speed to power. Gets the low leverage. Drives this left tackle towards the quarterback. Quarterback gets a high drop. And, once the left tackle starts to anchor and get a good hold of him, he gets back on his outside track. Throws the guy off him using, push and pull off the speed to power. And now he's just bending, cornering to the quarterback. And, they get, a nice combined sack there on him. Very good stuff. Really enjoying watching Garrett Nelson's film. Like, he just pops off the tape. Another rep versus the run. He's just got a great feel, physical toughness, knifing to the inside and making another play in the backfield. And then, right here, they're running outside zone. He has a great feel for the flow. And he just gets in underneath these 2 blocks. Like, he basically has 3 blockers on him. And he's able to, get through, swim over the top, but show off this core strength. Like, he's with high pad level here. And this tackle, should be, having all the leverage, be able to move him out of the play. But he's still able to create, displace this, create a new line of scrimmage, and attack this guy in the backfield. That's really good stuff. Basically beating 2 offensive linemen and a tight end, but 3 guys trying to block him here. Getting before those guys can even get to the next level. He just creates so much chaos there. Relentless play strength, all there for Garrett Nelson. And we in the line of scrimmage over here, and he wins to the inside on this run, just overpowering the offensive lineman. Quickness off the ball. First of all, he wins with quickness. Catches the O lineman off guard, not expecting him to instantly get to the inside. He gets low with his pad level, displaces, creates a new line of scrimmage here just by resetting that line, and then swims over the top. Makes the tackle in the backfield, just doing this over and over again. Love the range on this play from Garrett Nelson, just getting down the line of scrimmage. Sometimes you're left unblocked on these types of plays, on those outside zones, and you're on the opposite side of the field, and he just shows off the range pursuit. He has that short area athleticism. He gets off the ball so quickly, thinks this left tackle might block him, but he kind of, gets to the next level very quickly, and he just reads this the whole way. Really good job constricting the run lane on that type of play, closing the space very quickly. We have him lined up, hand in the dirt right here, and this is just the last play that I'm going to break down. Very good job recognizing the screen. He feels this right away. Impressive for him to make this play for no gain from his pre-snap alignment, because this screen's going to the opposite of the field. He's number 44 right here. He's the second man from the line of scrimmage on the opposite side of where the screen's going, and he instantly is recognizing this, seeing these guys work out of the backfield. He's going over the top, beats, feels these O-linemen working out of space, and now is just tracking the running back, showing off that effort, relentless play style. Again, the athleticism to even chase him down. So that's really good stuff. Just all over the film, multiple different ways he can win. He can win versus the run. He can win as a pass rusher. He also makes plays versus screen. He has great instinctual feel there. Understands how to use his hands. I think his athleticism is underrated. The physical, competitive toughness. I think his play strength is there. For a guy that's not that big, I think the play strength is nice. I'm not sure how I feel about him, just setting the edge would be my one concern, versus the run, setting the edge, with his undersized ability at the next level. I don't think it'll be as consistent, because versus the run, he wins a lot with his instincts and knifing to the inside. Not going to be able to always do that at the next level. And then as a pass rusher, can he win consistently versus top offensive tackles? I don't think so. So that's why that he went undrafted. but I think he's a guy that, if developed correctly, he could be a nice player at the next level. I could see him making the team right away, or just being a nice little practice squad candidate. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.